Good morning, children. Let us start with the continuation of previous lesson, health and hygiene. In previous class, I explained about the nutrition health component of food. Yes or no? So now we are going to see the health and nutrition. Okay. See, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely absence of disease. Eating a healthy diet keeps you physically and mentally fit. When you are physically healthy, you feel confident, you are more outgoing and have a greater capacity for enjoying life. So, what they are telling means if you eat the healthy food, it will give physical, mental and social well-being, absence of diseases. So, children, you have only eat the healthy food items. If you eat the healthy food items, you should be very healthy. No diseases will affect for you. Are you understood? So unhealthy food leads the many diseases, creates the many diseases for you. So you should avoid the unhealthy food items. Unhealthy food leads obesity and illness, preventing you from the friends and families. So choose your diet carefully. Next, see the next one, balanced diet. Already you learn in the lower class itself. Yes or no? Balanced diet. A diet should contain adequate amount of all the necessary nutrition required for healthy growth and activity. And increased capacity to do work, good physical, mental health, increased capacity to resist diseases, help in proper growth of the body. So, that means if you consume the food which contain adequate amount of nutrition, that is known as balanced diet. Why we need balanced diet, children? What is the use of this? The balanced diet is used to increase the capacity to resist the diseases. It is good for physical and mental health and also it helps for the proper growth of the body. And it increases the capacity to disease, the capacity to do work. So you have only balanced diet food. Balanced diet contains sufficient amounts of nutrition to ensure the good health. Are you understood about this balanced diet? Yes. Next one is the malnutrition. What is meant by malnutrition? When your diet is not balanced, what would be the consequence? See down, see the picture. This is the malnutrition, children. So that is, if your diet is not balanced, that it would cause consequence, that is called as the malnutrition. So it occurs when all the nutrients that body needs are not obtained in the proportion of the diet. Simply, if you do not take balanced diet, it causes malnutrition. If you take the balanced diet means they didn't come the malnutrition. But if you do not eat the balanced diet food items means it causes the malnutrition. It leads to deficiency diseases. This leads to deficiency diseases. What is deficiency diseases, children? The diseases that caused due to the lack of nutrition in the diet. Lack of nutrition in the diet. So malnutrition leads to deficiency diseases. The diseases that are caused due to the lack of nutrition is called deficiency diseases. Here see, do you know? India has the second highest number of obese children. What is mean by obese children? Overweight. In the world after China. According to the study that has found 14.4 million children in the country has excess weight. 14.4 million children has overweight. Next, see this tabular column. Protein and mineral deficiency diseases. The malnutrition is having the children's protein and mineral deficiency diseases. See the protein diseases. Kwashiorkor. The symptoms of the protein deficiency diseases is stunted growth, swelling of place and limbs, diarrhea. Next one is the marasmus, skinny appearance, slow body growth. Next, mineral deficiency. Calcium, rickets, phosphorus, osteomaltia, iodine, cretinism, goiter, iron, anemia. So these are the diseases of minerals. Are you understood? Yes. Next, already you know about the hygiene. Know what is hygiene, children? It refers the conditions and practice that help to maintain the health and prevent the spread of diseases. It means the set of practice to perform the personal cleanliness. Personal cleanliness. So here see physical exercise and rest. See, the physical exercise is the body activity. It enhances the physical fitness and overall health and wellness. So daily you should do the exercise, means you should be healthy. It increases the growth development also. It increases the growth development and strengthen the muscles, cardiovascular system. If you do the exercise properly, means no heart diseases will attack you. Developing the athletic skill, weight loss, maintenance and enjoyment. So the physical exercise may help to decrease some of the childhood obesity. What is my obesity, children? Overweight. So daily you should do the exercise properly, means no diseases will come to you. Okay. So it gives the growth and development. It's strengthening the muscles, cardiovascular system and weight loss also. So deep sleep seems to be one of the most critical time of the body. Next one is the rest. The proper amount of rest is essential for physical and mental health. Yes, correct. So for your body is physically and mentally healthy, means that a proper rest is needed for your body. So rest is the important as nutrition and physical activity for growth and development of our body. Next here see the Benjamin Franklin said, early to bed and early to rise make a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Okay. Next one is the personal cleanliness. Already I said no, hygiene. Hygiene is the practice to perform preserve health according to the World Health Organization. World Health Organization means what? What is the short form? WHO. So the hygiene refers to the maintain the health and prevent the spread of diseases. So if you maintain the personal hygiene, means no diseases will affect you. Practices performed by the individuals to care only body health and being the cleanliness. Next, see the next one. See the tabular column. Components, recommended frequency of cleaning. If you clean hygiene, means you get this result. Eye hygiene. Daily, every morning and whenever the face is dirty. Whenever the face is dirty, daily morning you should wash your eyes properly. Next, hair hygiene. Weekly twice, preferable once every other day. Next, body hygiene. Once or twice a day. Oral hygiene. Brush it twice a day. Rinse after each meal. Feet hygiene. Every day. Every day you should clean your feet. Hand hygiene. Every time after touching contaminated surface. Every time before and after eating. You should wash your hands properly. Clothes hygiene. Once or twice a day. Once or twice a day you should wash your clothes properly. Next, the introduction of microbes. When you neglect personal hygiene, you can increase the risk of falling sick. If you did not follow this personal hygiene, means you get the sick only. Okay. So how to protect your body? To follow these components of hygiene and stay away from the diseases. These components only you should follow and stay away from the diseases. Okay. You maintain the personal hygiene and keep away from the diseases also. Next one is the introduction of microbes. See this introduction of microbes. Some of the diseases conditions caused by the microorganisms, that is the diarrhea, toothache, athletics foods, dandruff. These are the microorganism diseases. Yes, microbes can be seen without the help of the microscopic. So without the microscopic we cannot see the microbes. So most of the microbes belongs to 4 major groups. First one is the bacteria, virus, protozoa and fungus. Okay, one by one we see. First one is the bacteria. See this diagram. This is the bacteria. The bacteria are very small prokaryotic microorganisms. The bacteria are very small prokaryotic organisms. They do not have nucleus and do not usually have membrane bounded organelles. Bacteria do not have nucleus and membrane bound organelle also. Bacteria can exist independent organisms or parasites. They had tissues, they produce the pus or harmful wastage. So the harmful bacteria causes many diseases that are pathogens. What is that? Pathogens. See this tabular column. This is the bacterial diseases. You are affected from the bacterial diseases. No, that is the bacterial diseases and the mode of transmission. So cholera. Cholera comes from the contaminated water, dirty water. Next, pneumonia. Inhalation of airborne droplets from the sneeze or cough. Next, tetanus. Contamination of woods with the bacteria. Tuberculosis. Inhalation of airborne droplets from the sneeze or cough. Typhoid. Contamination of food or water. Are you understood about this? Next, see, do you know diseases is the definite pathological process having characteristic set of signs and symptoms. So next one is the virus. Next one is what? Virus. So virus is the acellular agent. What is meant by acellular agent? Singular cell organisms. Virus is the singular cell organisms that replicates only inside the cells. Okay, so the virus can affect all the types of life forms, plants, animals and microorganisms. So living normal cells and the uses of cell machines also they affect. They can kill, damage or change the cell and you may be sick. See this virus diagram. See the first one. Envelope protein, envelope, viral genome, nucleocapsid, viral tegument. So the diseases caused by the virus are common cold, influenza, hepatitis, polio, smallpox, chickenpox and measles. Okay, so these are the virus diseases. Next, a microscope helps to study the structure of microorganisms. Which one help the microorganisms? Microscopes helps the study of microorganisms. Are you understood? That's all, children. Lesson over. Once again, I remember you. There are 6 major nutritions: carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins, minerals, and water. Yes or no? So, night blindness, scurvy, rickets, and beriberi are vitamin deficiency diseases. Bacteria is the prokaryotic microorganisms. Quasima and marasmus are the protein deficiency diseases. Cholera, typhoid, and pneumonia are bacterial diseases. Influenza, common cold and chickenpox are the viral diseases. Are you understood about this lesson? Very easy lesson, no? Yes. Okay children, thank you. Bye bye.